They just gotta give me the ball, man. So
Here with Frank Martin.
What's going on?
First, congratulations on your last win. 10 out of 10 performance.
Appreciate you.
I'm be honest. I thought
Still room for improvement though.
I want to ask you, is it really? What could you really do? Really, what could you do better?
I just stuck to the game plan. I was just basic, you know, stuck with my game plan. You know, was just basically fundamentally sound in that fight.
I know you can say you do better. All things considered, the level of opposition, was that the best performance of your career?
I wouldn't say so. I wouldn't say that was the best. I seen a lot of flaws in my game that night. You know, it was just the game plan that we had. You know, it worked well. It wasn't too much that I had to do to like that he offset me. You know, and kind of like mess the game plan up. So I just stuck with the game plan.
Now you're here obviously for the Zepeda fight, round your weight. What did you think of Zepeda's performance? And what did you think of his performance? It
was good. You know, it was a short performance. You know, he did what he was supposed to do. He got the guy up out of there, hitting with some body shots. You know, these guys can't take no body shots, man. So.
Now you're here, obviously. You know, is that you looking at him as a potential future opponent? You know, you're on the way up. He's on the way up. Do you think that's someone you could see in the future?
Yeah, absolutely. That's why I was here. You know, I actually spoke with him. You know, one of his team members. You know, just asked him like, what did they think about us? You know, dancing, getting a fight on. You know, they appreciated the way that I approached the situation and came up to him. So, you know, I'm a real fighter. You know, I want the bigger fights that you know, catapult me into being, you know, a champion. So, you know, I came to him respectful, you know, and, you know, asked for that fight. You know, so hopefully we can get it happen. We can make it happen.
How do you prepare for someone who can throw 100 punches every single round in, round out? I mean, how do you counteract that?
Train for 12 rounds. Train for 12 rounds. Train my ass off for 12 rounds.
If you could snap your fingers and make any fight you wanted to next, I mean, in your loaded division, who would it be?
Give me any of the big names. The snap is any of the big names. Everybody know the big names. Do I need to name them? Because everybody be like, put a name on it. Do I need to name them out? Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, Gervonta Davis, William Zepeda. He rocking too. So any of the big names, man.
All the belts are tied up with one guy right now, right? I mean, are you okay with just fighting other top names, even if it's not necessarily for a world title, or would you rather just wait for Devin Haney?
I mean, you know, everything is tied up because of the belts, but, you know, waiting, that's just keeping me inactive. You know, I need to fight, so whoever I can get, you know, I gotta do what I can until those belts free. And once those belts free, I'm ready to go get them.
You know, obviously there's a lot of contenders at 135, and there's also a lot of pretenders, but you know, what fans appreciate about you is just the style that you bring. You know, I know you're with Coach Derek James, 3-time Trainer of the Year. You got a great stablemates, Earl Spence, Jermel Charlo. But when you go in the ring, man, and Anthony Joshua, you're a technician, man, when you go in the ring and you take care of business. You know, how does that, what does that say as far as your style of fighting, you growing as a fighter, and you making a name for yourself at 135?
Man, I would just say, like, I'm just one of those people. I just like to get the job done. You know, I ain't really too much into talking.
Yeah.
I'm just into getting the job done. But, you know, everybody want to hear me talk. You know, everybody they want that entertainment. So I'm finna start giving everybody what they want.
Well, you know what? And sometimes that's how fights get made, right? Yeah. Sometimes, you know, there's more bark and no action. But there's certain fighters, man, that, you know, they do their talking in the ring with their hands. And, you know, with the division, a lot of the names that you threw out there, Shakur Stevenson, Gervonta Davis, you know, in yourself in the mix, William Zepeda, that'd be a great fight. Also, you know, Keyshawn Davis was throwing your name out in the mix a couple of weeks back. What was your response, or what would you say to Davis? I think he said he wanted to let the fight marinate a little bit.
Man, look, if that, like, see, I'm not for all that. You know, like, if the fighters I called out, if they like, yeah, we can fight tomorrow, I'm ready to fight. Like, I'm ready to sign the contract or whatever, I'm ready to fight now. I don't want to let nothing marinate. Like, if I say I want to fight or something like that, it ain't going to be like, if they be like, yeah, we accept it, I'd be like, oh, no, I ain't ready for it. I'm ready for all of the fights that I named out. I'm ready for them right now. Ain't nothing got to marinate. I'm in the gym every day, you know, consistently, so I want all the smoke.
Any idea when you might be back in the ring, when we can see you again next?
Looking at like June or July.
So fairly soon.
Yeah.
Are you starting camp already, or are you?
I've been training.
How's Derek James going? How's camp going?
Oh, good. It's good. You know, we stay working. You know, so we don't really take too much time off. A lot of times.
You stay in Texas pretty much year round now?
Yeah,
or?
I live in Texas.
Okay, you live year round.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this, Frank. You know, in your opinion, what makes Derek James such a great trainer? I mean, from people that I speak with, a lot of different coaches, a lot of different fighters, they all say the same thing, is that he's just a great teacher. You know what I'm saying? That's something that the sport is missing. You got a lot of coaches that you know, they do a lot of nice mitt work and all this, that, but he actually teaches and mentors his fighters. What can you say about Coach Derek James?
It's just understanding, you know what I mean? It's like giving us understanding, you know, everything we do, you know, why we doing it and when to do it. You know, it's just all about just understanding. Some coaches can tell their fighter to do this, and then when it comes fight time and they get in a tough fight, those fighters really, when them attributes, the natural stuff that they have don't work, you know, the coaches be like, do this, but if they don't have no understanding on what they saying, they in the ring, they lost, they by themselves. So Derek just help us have understanding, so we get in a hard situation in the fight, we know what to do and why we doing it.
Thank you for your time, Chuck.
No problem.
Thank you for your time,
No
bro.
problem.